Alan Millyard uses interesting things. You may be thinking, who is Alan Millyard? To find that out, just do a YouTube search for Alan Millyard. Don't forget it's A-L-L-E-N, not A-N. Or you could just type Alan Millyard, same spelling, into Google. This is well worth doing because the videos that Alan makes are incredibly interesting. In one series there was a sound of a clock ticking in the background, and whenever there was an edit, the ticking jumped, and this drove me nuts. In Alan's videos, whenever he assembles any parts, he applies some of this stuff. And as you can see from the image on screen, it is called Extra Lube ZX1. And it is a friction eliminator, but it only really works in conjunction with oil. I found this out later on when I was oiling a Swiss Army knife. I bought 3 bottles of this stuff because I wanted to experiment with it. And here on the bottle it says that if you use 250 millilitres of it and add it to the oil supply, that's sufficient for a 2.5 to 3.5 litre engine. My Land Rover is 2.25 litre, so I didn't really need as much as I put in, but I thought it can't be a bad thing. That's better. I threw the clock out of the window. Here's my rebuilt 1971 Land Rover. I made a series about doing this, and from time to time I update it. It's in really good condition, and even though by law it does not require an MOT test, I'm not happy with that. I need to know that I'm safe in this vehicle at all times, so once a year I put it through a standard MOT. It's been through 2 so far and passed with flying colours. As it says on the bottle, this is a micro oil metal treatment, the ultimate friction eliminator. Maybe it's better than rapeseed oil. Usually I add some rapeseed oil to my lubricating oil, not the cylinder oil, the normal lubricating oil for the bearings. And when I added a small amount of this stuff to my oil can and lubricated a steam engine that I've just rebuilt, I could not believe the difference. Here it is in slow motion, and there is not a hint of any tight spots whatsoever. I was quite amazed by the instant transformation of the running properties of this engine. It runs really sweetly and smoothly. Whenever I watch any of Alan's videos, I learn something I did not know about Japanese industry standard screwdrivers. I often wondered why sometimes when I was removing crosshead type screws, they were easily chewed up, and the reason is the Japanese standard is different to Pozidrive and Phillips. If it's good enough for Alan Millyard, it's good enough for me, so I bought a set of these. You really do need to watch Alan's channel. It's a bit quirky, but very entertaining. Alan also uses this stuff. It's silicone RTV sealant, and I have a thing against silicone, but for certain applications, like gasket making on large areas like crankcases, it can be useful. I make quite a lot of gaskets, and I use a pair of scissors, a Stanley knife, and then I punch or drill out the holes. I'm going to make a test gasket. First of all, I need a line to follow, so I use a compass for this. Normally I would draw around the castings where the gasket needed to be, but I don't have an engine in pieces to do that with at the moment. Normally I would cut out a gasket with a pair of scissors, but Alan Millyard uses a Swiss Army knife. Now, I didn't have a Swiss Army knife, so I went on Amazon to buy one, and guess what? They wouldn't sell me it because I couldn't verify my age. I'm nearly 74. You'd think they'd look back through your account history and find out that my first purchase was a 3 DVD set of the Mighty Boosh in 2008. Anyway, I was lucky. My son-in-law had one which he gave to me. This is a lethal weapon. Look, it's got a file and a screwdriver on it. But in reality, yes, it is a knife, and the knife part of it is extremely sharp. I'll show you how sharp it is. This is quite thick electrical cable, and I cut it quite easily after 3 passes. some very strong nylon cotton was no match for this knife blade. I cut a couple of smaller pieces of copper wire with ease. Watching Alan cutting out gaskets is amazing. His talent generally is incredible. He can accurately cut things like motorcycle crankcases and cylinders using, believe it or not, just a hacksaw. The precision in which he cuts these parts is just unreal. To cut out gaskets, large and small, he just uses the scissors part of a Swiss Army knife. The knife also contains a pair of tweezers and a toothpick. What a useful tool. I wanted to buy the Huntsman version of this knife, which is a bit bigger than this, but really I think the scissors are probably the same size. I will buy one just to prove a point, but not from Amazon. Apparently the new rule on Amazon is for buying things like knives, you need to pay with a credit card. I really don't get that. I don't use credit cards. I never have done. I don't like to spend money that I don't have access to. I use a debit card, and when my bank account falls too low, I stop spending. I don't know why I've never done this before. This special small pair of scissors is incredible. Very, very controllable and very easy to use. Here I'm making something that I would make fairly frequently. It's a shim for a top bearing cap of a steam engine's main bearings. Using these makes it possible to shim a bearing without removing the top cap and refitting the bolts. The scissors on this Swiss Army knife didn't feel particularly smooth, so I thought, I'll treat them to a bit of extra lube, but it didn't work. That was until I also added a very tiny amount of lubricating oil. Then suddenly the scissors were revolutionized, very, very smooth. In this video there is no sponsorship and I have no connection with Alan Millyard other than watching him in the TV series Junk and Disorderly and Shed and Buried, as well as frequently watching his YouTube videos. Thanks Alan, I appreciate it. I'm a bit jealous watching you eat all those cakes that your wife makes. I'm type 2 diabetic these days, so it's not a good idea. And I forgot, I divorced my second wife, but she wasn't a good cook anyway. That's it for now, time for me to go. Stay safe, stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainstream Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.